right. So I was reading this book. All right, and it was really great about persevering and trying again and again and again. So I got really excited because this little ducky, he hatches out of the egg. Like here's the mom, right, laying the eggs, sitting on the nest. He hatches out, and then this little ducky goes to the water to take his first swim, and he can't swim. He can't swim like all the other duckies. All right, he just sinks straight to the bottom, and so he's very challenged by that, and so he tries all kinds of things. He tries to get help from a turtle. He tries to use floaties. They don't fit. He tries scuba gear, but he doesn't give up. He tries stilts, and he tries a jet ski. And finally, he decides to take his egg that he hatched out of and make a, can you see? He makes a boat, right? Sailboat. Yeah, he makes a pirate ship. And so that got me thinking about pirates. Arrgh! At the end of the story, when everybody is swimming, he goes, arrgh! So I was thinking we'd try some pirate yoga today. Does that sound like a plan? All right, so we will keep from quacking up. So I got my bandana on, and I thought we might want to put on, you know, pirates, sometimes they don't get to take baths regularly, and so they have long, scruffy beards, and their hair is kind of out of whack. What do you think?
Arrgh!
All right, so and it likely won't last very long, but we'll try it. The first thing we want to do is a kind of breathing called skull shining breath, okay? So breathe in through your nose, and then let it out your mouth. And then take your hands to your belly. Since, you know, pirates seem to always have like a skull on their Jolly Roger. You know, the pirate flag? It looks like this. So this is in the bones, this is called the skull, right? So the name of this breath is called skull shining breath because it's supposed to help you to be really clear-headed when you're through breathing like this. So your hands are on your belly, and you're going to snap your diaphragm. So it looks like this, all right? And I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see. So it'll be an inhale and an exhale that pushes out. It's like you're snapping your diaphragm or this muscle down here that helps you breathe. So it looks like this. Now, it's hard to kind of get the feel of that, and it's taken me a long time to practice it where I can maybe do it smoothly. So you try it like a dog on a hot summer day. All right, stick your tongue out your mouth, and then breathe over your tongue. Yes, can you feel your diaphragm moving? And so that kind of breathing is called skull shining breath. And since we have a skull and crossbones on our Jolly Roger, our ship, the flag of the ship, I thought that would be a fun way to start breathing. So the next thing we want to do is pirates are always after treasure. Now in a pirate's treasure chest, there's lots of gold coins, you know, so according to legends and myths and those kind of things. So today we're going to make a treasure box with our hands. It's called a mudra when you do yoga with your hands. So take your hand and cup your hand, all right, and make a V. Yeah. And then take your other hand and cup it so you're making the same movement over. Now this is called your treasure box mudra. So you kind of make a little container Hold it right here in front of your heart, or maybe even down lower to your belly, okay? Wherever's comfy for you. And now close your eyes and take a deep breath. And tell me, what are your treasures? What do you have in your treasure box?
Ninjago Lego toys.
Oh, are those your favorites? Yeah, so that's in your treasure. You can have your family members in your treasure box. You can have memories of things you really especially enjoy. You can have toys that you really, really like. May, what do you have in your treasure box?
I have bunnies.
How about that? You like bunnies?
Yeah.
Very good, May. All right, so that's your treasure, and that's what you want to hold on to. And when you hold your hands this way, it's supposed to be a way to help yourself calm and what we say, self-regulate. So if you're feeling a little wonky, this can be a movement you can do with some deep breathing that can help you feel a little bit less wonky. All right? Sound like a plan? Okay, now the next thing we want to do is make a boat with our bodies, like the little duck, our little pirate duck. All right, let's make a little boat like he makes so that he can swim with his brother and sister, okay? So get on your bum and then take your knees together and then take your hands behind your knees. And then lift back a little bit, rock back, and find the part of your body that's called the sits bones. Yeah, it's the part that is at the end of the skeleton, the hip points. And then lift your legs up, maybe flex your toes or point your toes, whatever feels good. And then see if you can take a hand away from the knee and work your core strength to hold your boat. And we'll say, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. All right, now your back is lifted, so put your feet down, and let's try it like this. So hold your boat right here, maybe even right here. All right, and lift one leg up. Can you lift one leg up? All right, now notice that my back doesn't go to the floor. All right, put that leg down and try your other leg up. Yeah, the boat pose, it takes a lot of core strength. So it's going to be a real challenge, but give it one more try to lift both feet up. And don't lose your back. There you go. Keep the back nice and straight. All right, now pull the knees into the chest and give a little hug. And let's be the duck when he's in the egg. Can we be the duck when he's in the egg? So rock and roll your egg. All right. There you go. You can get on your back body and go side to side. All right, and then rock and roll. And let's see if we can rock and roll all the way to standing. Do you think we can do it? Let's try.
Yeah.
So we're going to rock and roll. And then we're going to get enough momentum that we're going to come on up all the way. Woo! To standing. Now have a seat in your chair. So for chair pose, you're just going to sit down and bend your knees. And you're going to keep your arms up over your head right by your ears. I know you can't see that part of my body since my computer. There you go. And then now come to standing. All right, now we're going to warm the body by pretending to be the sunshine. And then we're going to do some movements that we can do for a pirate, all right? We're going to be we've been a boat, but we're going to set sail and check the wind and have some fun, okay? All right, so top of the mat, breathe the wings up, and then exhale and fold and reach towards your toes. All right, we did this last week. Inhale, come up halfway. All right, the crown of your head reaches forward. There you go, and then reach right down. All right, now walk back and find your plank and say, I am strong.
I am strong.
Yes, I am trying new things. Yes, now talk like a pirate. Arrgh, Mateys.
Oh, mighty.
That was great. All right, now lower all the way down to the mat, okay? And lay on your belly. All right, and then rock your hips from side to side to keep the low back nice and loose, okay? So rock your hips side to side. All right. Now we're going to do a movement that strengthens the whole back body, and we're going to call it aye, aye, Captain. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the forehead to the mat and arms down by our side, okay? And then we're going to strengthen the whole back body by lifting legs, lifting your arms, and then taking one hand out in front of you, stretch it long, then bend it towards your forehead and say, aye, aye, Captain. There you go. Relax everything on your back body and then squeeze it all again and try the other side. Aye, aye, Captain. There you go. Push on up. Find your down dog. Hips go high. And from down dog, walk your paws together so that you're in forward fold. And then halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, reach for the ground. And then inhale, arms out high to the sky. All right, now does your body feel warm or do we need to try that sequence of movement again?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, we're ready to go. So we're going to set sail, so let's check the wind. So your feet are wide, toes towards the long side of your mat, and then just take your arms and let them flop to check the wind. How is the wind blowing?
Good.
All right, it's blowing well. Okay, that's great to hear. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set sail. So to set sail, we're going to work our triangle pose. So for triangle, you've got toes forward like they're on railroad tracks, but then take one toe to the short side of the mat, okay? And then you're going to take the other leg and reach it back so that you've got good space. But that, depending on you, is how far you want that to be. Some people like it closer, and that's okay. All right, now your arms are going to go out like you crossed a capital letter T. So they go straight out to the side, okay? And then you're going to breathe in and reach forward over your pointy toe and roll one hand down and one hand high. So you're making a sail with your body or a triangle. Now the triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners, and so it's one foot, the second foot, and then your hand. How you doing? There you go. And you know what? You don't have to reach so low. You can come up a little bit higher. There you go, Riley. Coming up a little higher is okay because it's all about being really open and you're wide in your chest. Okay, then we're going to squeeze our tummies and come back up. All right, now take your toes back on the railroad tracks. So they're towards your computer, your iPad, and then take the other toe out to the side. And we're going to set sail on the other side. So you're going to reach over your toe and roll one hand down and one hand high. All right? I'm going to back up so maybe you can see a little more. There you go. And keep breathing in and out. And in and out. Squeeze your tummy muscles and push through those strong legs and that strong belly and come on up and then shake everything out, okay? Triangle pose is a pose where you're balancing and you're stretching and you're strengthening. You're doing all kinds of good stuff for you. All right, so now let's do a warrior. So let's think about some pirates. So to be a pirate today, we're going to do warrior 1. So take 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, and then take your arms up by your ears. So your elbow creases are right by your ears, and you're going to bring your elbows down as you look over your gaze, your belly button, and your toes are all in the same direction. All right. So do y'all know any pirates? Anybody ever heard of Blackbeard? All right, let go of that posture. All right, take your other foot forward and stretch the other leg back, belly button reaching towards the same direction as your toes, and you're just working the same posture, but you're stretching in the opposite direction. So now the other leg is bent. Yeah, and stretch and strengthen. Well, Riley, you're from North Carolina, right?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte.
Yeah, so in North Carolina, and he was in South Carolina too. Blackbeard was a pirate that traveled those waters. He also was down in the Caribbean too, May. And one of the things he's known for in South Carolina, where I live, is he held the hostage, the port of Charleston, long time ago. And what he was after was not gold or not any kind of treasure that you and I would think he'd be after. He was after medicine for his sick pirate friends.
Was after what? Medicine?
Medicine. That's what he was
I thought
after.
you were going to say books. Sorry, because I'm crazy about books. My favorite book right now is The Puppy Place and Harry Potter.
Oh, I love Harry Potter. Yeah.
And especially my favorite person in Harry Potter is the really funny ghost Peeves. He's funny.
All right. Well, my shirt that you can't see because of my beard. Let me take off my beard and my hair so you can see my shirt. My shirt is from our public library, Riley, and it says, "Imagine a story." And I thought that the Puss in Boots character, he kind of looked kind of like a pirate. What do you think? Kind of,
Yeah.
kind of fancy like that. But yes, I love books too. All right, let's do the yawn and flop, and then it'll be time to get ready to do some more things on the floor, okay? So the yawn and the flop, all right, is where you reach big with your breath, and then you flop your body, and let it hang and roll side to side. All right, so breathe in big, and then let it go, and let it roll side to side. All right, one more breath in and flop. All right, now let's look out and hang a Jolly Roger on our pirate ship before we actually go to the floor. And this movement is called Balancing Half Moon. And so for this one, guys, I like to use like my couch to kind of help me, and I'm going to show you, but you can probably just reach to the floor too. But the idea is I'm going to face my couch, and I'm going to put one hand on my couch, and I'm going to stack one hip on the other as I lean into the couch. And my other arm is, there you go, that's it. And you can fly your Jolly Roger. Awesome. It's called Balancing Half Moon. It's a really big pose.
Wait, is it like this?
Well, you're facing,
like this?
so you're facing your couch, yeah, and the toe is reaching towards the couch, hand is reaching towards the couch, and the hips stack. Now, when we do it on this other side, I'll show you how you can reach to the floor. It's harder for me to balance, but it's not impossible. Oh, I might use my breathing toolbox. So I'll move my breathing toolbox over to have something to reach to. All right, so I'm looking at that, and I know it's so hard to see, but I'm looking at that. Toes are in that direction. Then I'm reaching down to it, and then I lift this leg and stack the hips as I reach the hand high. Ah! I know, it's one of those that challenges our balance. It's really fun, y'all, if you do it up against the wall, and you can call it splat. Fun. Yeah, you can use your couch. That's it. There you go. Way to be creative, Riley. All right. See if you can lower your Jolly Roger. All right, and then let's get back down in the boat. All right. And then feel the ocean waves and just rock those side to side. Oh, looking out in the ocean, I see a sea turtle go by. Do you think they might catch this sea turtle and have some soup for supper? What do you think? Yep. All right, so to be a turtle with your body, what you'll do is you'll take your feet wide, knees up, hands are going to go in the center of your legs. Now your feet are going to be the front flippers of your turtle as your arms go underneath your legs and reach back, all right, for the back legs of the turtle.
Isn't that hard?
Yeah, that's a big, deep bend. like a fold that's pretty intense.
I'm just gonna sit on one hand and
Okay. So the idea is that you are creating the turtle shell with the back of your body. But yeah, that is pretty intense. And so we're only doing it at the end of our practice because we're nice and warm now and we can stretch deeply and not likely hurt ourselves. All right? Okay, what about sharks? Maybe there's some sharks swimming out in the waters too.
yeah, I just saw Back to Free.
You
That's
did?
real life.
Oh, wow. So lay on your belly and make your shark fin, taking knuckles towards the ceiling. And like when we did eye captain, squeeze all the muscles in the back of the body.
Like that?
There you go.
I'm wiggling my fins so I can
Yeah. And then we'll do dolphin. And for dolphin, you're going to come up to your knees and you're going to take your elbows onto the mat. And you can take the hands like sea stars side by side, or you can grab the hands together. And then you can take your toes into the floor as you push your hips high. And this is called dolphin. And then you can swim.
Why is it called dolphin?
You can swim your dolphin by pressing your chin out above your hands and then reaching back. Make sure you're breathing as you work your dolphin, swim through the water. All right, I'm ready to rest on the beach. How about y'all?
Yeah,
All right. So roll on your back and let's do a twist because yogis like to end practices with twists. It always takes care of your back. And of course, it's another couple ways we can move our back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one leg long and one leg high. And your arms are going to go out like you're crossing the letter T, just like when we worked our triangle. And now the knee that's up, let it fall over the long leg. But keep your gaze opposite your knee. So I'm going to look towards you as my knee rolls away from the screen. Now, if you need to pick your upper back up and kind of lay it flatter as you twist, that's good. I always think that's kind of ironing out wrinkles. All right, and then come on back up. And the leg that's long, now it bends. And the leg that was bent, now it's long. And now you're going to let the knee that's up fall over the long leg. So it'll fall towards the screen as your gaze goes away. All right. Come on back up, and then anything you need to do to relax for you, like some people like to do what's called a happy baby at the end of practice, where you take the knees towards your armpits and you rock and roll back and forth. There you go. You can even maybe reach towards your toes and play like a baby would with your kicking. Yeah. All right, and then you can lay out, right, on the floor with hands to ceiling, or you can take your feet wide on your mat and knees towards one another, or you can use your couch since both of you have a couch. And remember, you can put your legs up on your couch. I like that one a lot. That one feels very relaxing to me to get your legs up. It's called Legs Up the Wall. All right, now the idea is for relaxation today, we're going to pretend, last week we wrote our magical unicorn, but today we're going to relax on the beach, all right? So we're laying out on the beach, and so feel your body on the beach, feel it relaxing on the floor, and let your eyes maybe close, hear the waves crashing, hear the shorebirds as they make their calls and sing their songs. And in your imagination, you see a pirate ship on the horizon. And you can tell it's a pirate ship because it has one of those black flags that we call the Jolly Roger It's got the skull and the crossbones, and you watch the pirate ship. And you wonder what kind of treasure it has. And you wonder about where it's been. And you just watch as it travels over the waters. And you wonder where it goes. Now be still and quiet for 1 whole minute with your wonderings. Starting right now. We're just resting, May. We're being very still and quiet. We got a little more time to be very still and quiet. You can do it. Some people think it's the hardest yoga pose. All right, wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. But before you move, let me show you another way to practice your breathing. You can do this with any kind of toy or pillow or anything that you might have that you can put on your belly. And you can lay down, like I've got my legs still up, but you can lay out flat. You put it on your belly, and the name of this kind of breathing is called swim, ducky, swim. I just happen to have a little pirate ducky here, but I can breathe in, and my toy gets tall with the breath in, and then when I breathe out, the toy goes down. And it's like your toy is riding the waves of the ocean. Breath in and breath out. And breath in and breath out. So try that one, because it's really kind of fun to even watch your toy go up and down. And then it's a neat one to think of, since we thought about ducks and pirates and being on the ocean today. All right, so wiggle and stretch. And then roll over to your side body. And then push into the floor and come back up to a tall seated position. All right, so how are you feeling?
Good, and guess what? When I was laying down for the minute, I imagined riding a sea turtle, and a giant sea turtle, and then riding on the back, on the top, on the dorsal fin of a whale shark, and then playing with some dolphins, and then going onto the beach, unrolling the yoga mat, laying down, and taking a cat nap on the beach.
Well, I'm glad you had a big adventure with your idea of being still and quiet on the beach. And it was fun to watch the pirate ship and wonder about it. Have y'all ever read the book about the day how I became a pirate? Have you ever seen that book? That's a really fun picture book by Melinda Long. I think I have it over here somewhere. Here it is. How I became.
Wait, I've got a question.
Uh-huh.
Were we supposed... Oh, I've read that book before.
Yeah.
Were we supposed... I think I have. Were we supposed to, like, grab, like a toy or something, because all I saw on the couch was just the second Harry Potter book that I was reading.
Oh, that might be too heavy. No, I was.
Yeah, it wasn't that heavy. It actually felt really light just laying
Well, good. No, I was just showing you how to do that one so that you could try it later. So I'm glad you gave it a try then. And some people like to do it with small toys or pillows or stuffed animals, or you can use like anything that you want. But you,
like a Lego?
yeah, you could use your Legos that you love. So the idea with that is that you're seeing the breath. You know, you're using that diaphragm, like when we practiced at the beginning of class, like the dog breathing, and we called it skull shining breath, when we snap the diaphragm. And so the idea is that you realize that, see, your breathing, it uses all of this part of your body. A lot of times we just use the top of our lungs and we breathe very shallowly. And so this is the idea, to breathe deep. Any other questions anybody's got? Did we lose May? I see May's house, but I don't see May. There she is! May, do you have any questions?
Yes.
What is your question?
Well, are we done?
We are getting really close. We're ready to sing our Namaste song. Do you remember that song we practiced last time?
Yeah, and also after you do that, can you blow your ducky horn one more time?
Oh, yes. I love to quack up. All right, so we'll say namaste, and that's the way we say that the awesome in me salutes the awesome in you. All right, Captain? All right, and so we'll sing namaste. Hold your hands like this and sing that back to me. Namaste.
Namaste.
There you go, is what we say.
It's what we say.
To the good in you.
The good in
From the good in me.
and the good in you.
Say namaste.
Namaste.
Every day.
Every day.
And the world. Yeah, that's another one of those mudras like treasure box. We'll live in harmony.